The Mahakal Corridor is being built around the centuries-old Mahakaleshwar temple. It is known to be one of the 12 existing jyotirlings in India. All these 12 jyotirlings are hugely visited by devotees across the nation. At the beginning point of the corridor, two gateways, namely Nandi Dwar and Pinaki Dwar, are erected. Visitors can march towards the magnificent temple through these gates. To revive the glory of the historical city of Ujjain, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the first phase of the Mahakaleshwar Temple Corridor Development Project worth Rs 856 crores on 11th October 2022. The project after completion will become one of the largest corridors in the country. The newly revamped Mahakal Lok will also consist of a colonnade of 108 ornate pillars. These pillars are made of beautifully carved sandstones. Along with this, gushing fountains and mural paintings are other highlights of the place. As many as 50 mural paintings are created on a running panel to depict the stories of Lord Shiva from Shiv Puran to the visitors. Senior citizens can avail the facility of battery cars for free to explore the Mahakal corridor. Sandstones are sourced from Bansi Paharpur area in Rajasthan and they have been used for building structures that populate the corridor. Artists and craftsmen mainly from Rajasthan, Gujarat and Orissa worked on chiseling and embellishing raw stones into aesthetic pillars and panels. Every pillar is intricately carved with gods and goddesses. There is enough space for people to move around and with adequate seating arrangements, this place makes it a heaven to watch the fountains and also enjoy the view of Rudrasagar lake. During night, the Triveni Mandapam lights up with countless halogen light bulbs and the whole place sparkles like gold under the lights. These steps and slopes leads to lake view and water drinking station. While 108 pillars with ornamental elements on top bearing Trishul style design dot the corridor at regular intervals, CCTV cameras and public address system have been harmoniously incorporated in them. The central plaza, spread over 2.5 hectares, is surrounded by a lotus pond and contains a statue of Shiva and fountains. Mahakal is the only jyotirling facing south, the rest face east. That is because south is believed to be the direction of death. People worship Mahakaleshwar to prevent an untimely death. A local legend says that a king called Chandrasena once ruled Ujjain. He was a devotee of Lord Shiva who appeared in his Mahakal form and destroyed Chandrasena's enemies. Upon his devotee's request, Shiva agreed to live in the city and become its chief deity. Several Indian texts, which are ancient in nature, mention the Mahakal temple. Kalidasa described the Mahakal temple in Purva Megha, the first part of Meghadutam, which was in 4th century. He described it as a temple with a stone foundation with the ceiling on wooden pillars. There were no shikaras or spires on temples before the Gupta period. You could see kiosks just behind the Saptarishi Mandal. Each kiosk acts as police help desk, prasad counter, Mahakal corridor help desk and donation counter respectively. As you move ahead, you will witness Saptarishi Mandal and Shiva's Thumb. Situated in the center of Saptarishi Mandal, Shiva's Thumb is a 54 feet tall, iconic pillar which depicts Lord Shiva educating the seven sages sitting around him. On top of the pillar is Panchavaktra Shiva, which is the five-faced form of Shiva. These five faces are known as Abhor, Sadyojat, Tatpurush, Vamdev, and Ishan. Below the five faces of Shiva are carved forms of the cosmic dance of Lord Shiva and the motifs associated with Lord Shiva. Lowest part of the pillar is square in shape, each side of which has shlokas related to Shiva inscribed on it. Around the pillar are sculptures of Saptarishis of 13th Manvantar who are considered as earliest pupils of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva chose full moon night of Ashad month, which is now celebrated as Guru Purnima. Ujjain was one of the primary learning centers of Hindu scriptures. It was known as Avantika in the 6th and 7th centuries BC. Later, astronomer mathematicians such as Brahmagupta and Bhaskaracharya made Ujjain their home. That is because Ujjain is unique for astronomy. According to the 4th century text Surya Siddhant, one of the earliest on Indian astronomy, the zero meridian of longitude and the Tropic of Cancer intersect where Ujjain is located. Hence, many of Ujjain's temples are connected to time and space. The chief among them, the Mahakal temple, is dedicated to the Lord of Time. Stories of Lord Shiva is inscribed in each of these sandstone pillars and walls, and people who don't know about our rich history should spend enough time here to read everything which is inscribed in the wall, through which they can easily relate with these beautifully carved pictures on sandstone walls. Just take a look and admire these beautiful intricate carvings on sandstones which our Indian sculptors are famous for. By scanning the QR code through your Android mobile or iPhone, it will directly take you to App Store of Mahakal app, which you need to download, and after downloading, the QR code takes you to the specific story based on the number mentioned in the right bottom corner of the nameplate. It has both options of short story and detailed story, and you can also listen to the audio as per your requirement and time frame. For example, number 44 refers to short audio which gives brief introduction about the carvings done on the sandstone of that particular section, and number 244 refers to the detailed description of the story of Lord Mangalnath. This is indeed an excellent initiative which provides importance and lends balance to both our ancient culture and technological needs.
देवी पार्वती द्वारा अपने पति महादेव का परिचय अपनी सखियों से कराना, शिव से उनके इष्ट के विषय में प्रश्न करना तथा उनके साथ चौसा खेलना।
There is a story behind each of these inscriptions, so you need to spend enough time here to take benefit of the Mahakal Corridor. It's not a place just to do some photography or selfies, but the motive behind investing such huge amounts in this project is to enlighten people about the stories of Lord Shiva and our ancient culture. The best time to visit is early in the morning after 8 am, especially in weekdays, as you will have minimum crowd and you can wander around in peace with constant chanting of Om and read these stories pillar by pillar. This place, if utilized to its fullest of reading all the important events, will take at least 5 to 6 hours to navigate the 900-meter stretch. Visitors of Mahakal temple were often offended by the foul-smelling water that stagnated in Rudrasagar lake, situated towards the rear of the main temple premises. Sewage and wastewater from at least 6 open drains flowed into the lake from neighboring residential colonies, making devotees recoil in shock. The restoration of Rudrasagar lake was the most challenging task in the Mahakal project. Today, the Rudrasagar lake is transformed and mirrors the magnificent Mahakal temple in all its glory. Since the drains flowed out of dense residential areas, they could not be plugged without making alternate arrangements to lead the sewage and wastewater away from the lake. Officials came up with an ingenious plan to link the portion of the project with Amrit Yojana. The authorities spent close to 20 crores to lay down alternate sewer and stormwater drains, linking it with Amrit project for the treatment of water. Technical experts said 900-meter long pipelines of large diameter were laid to divert the sewage. On the opposite bank of the lake, near Jaisinghpura Road, 750 meter of pipeline was laid with box drains to ease and enhance the flow. Once the wastewater was stopped, the lake required fresh water. A pumping station was constructed near Narsingh Ghat. Fresh water from Shipra River was pumped into Rudrasagar Lake. The pipelines and pumps were laid in such a manner that the lake can be filled and emptied as and when required. Now the stench is gone. The fresh water reflects sunlight during the day, and at night the Mahakal temple, lit in under new lights, shines from the rippling blue waters of the pristine Rudrasagar lake. This is exactly where the Phase 2 project begins. Bharat Mata Mandir is dedicated to Mother India. It is located near the Mahakaleshwar parking and Mahakaleshwar guest house. This place oozes with patriotism, and every day at night 8 pm our national song Vande Mataram is played. It is requested that everyone stand wherever they are for 3 minutes and 20 seconds until the end of the Vande Mataram to show respect to Mother India and the brave soldiers who martyred themselves to protect our holy land from invaders. This place also consists of 3D India map showing all important jyotirlings. Instead of traditional statues of gods and goddesses, this temple has a huge map of undivided India. This temple is dedicated to Bharat Mata. Just next to the temple, you have Satvic restaurant, which is run by the state government. It is a small restaurant which serves breakfast, tea, snacks, and lunch for tourists. In the morning from 8 am to 10:30 am, they serve poha, aloo bada, and tea, which cost Rs 20 each. You need to pay money at the counter and collect the food from food section. It's self-service restaurant. The lunch and dinner timings are 11:30 am to 5 pm and 7 pm to 10 pm respectively. Each thali with unlimited food costs Rs 120 for each person, and no sharing is allowed. It's a fairly simple restaurant, but I was surprised to see child laborers involved in cleaning utensils in this restaurant. Hope government takes some actions to stop such acts. I had ordered myself an aloo bada, and you could see there was huge serving of aloo masala inside. and it tasted really good. Combine this with hot tea, your breakfast is pretty much settled. This is the entrance for Mahakaleshwar Jyotirling, which I had shown in the last video. The night view of Mahakal Corridor is a must visit. It was nice to see school children chanting Bam Bam Bhole and Vande Mataram near Bharat Mata Mandir. Around 7 p.m. I visited Satvic restaurant for dinner. Bought one thali for rupees 120 which had rice, fulkas, two varieties of sabzi and sweet. I found it pretty ordinary and tasteless and will suggest people to eat outside and not have dinner or lunch here. But I'll definitely recommend having breakfast here. Lord Neelkant meditating in Himalayas is a must visit, especially at night. The visiting times for devotees is open from 6 am till the sleep aarti until 11 pm. The last entry to the corridor will be given till 10 pm. The place is around 200 kilometers away from Bhopal, the capital of Madhya Pradesh, and you can reach here by availing bus or taxi or by your own vehicle. The corridor and the temple both are open throughout the year, but visiting Ujjain Mahakal Lok can be best enjoyed from October to March due to winter season.